living legend in the world of boxing, the greatest boxer of his generation. Many people draw the line and say he is the greatest boxer of all time.
To the ring, and Crawford now makes his big entrance to this huge... He was kicked out of 5 schools for fighting. I wonder what that... All around the arena, people standing up.
In front of his people, this is a spectacle. This is as good as it gets in boxing.
You know, we've seen Canelo Alvarez with some elaborate ring walks. We've seen him enjoy those ring walks. I don't think I've seen one quite so elaborate, and I don't think I've seen him enjoy one.
Is Canelo Alvarez in his 66th professional fight. That's more than any other ring-rated fighter in the sport.
I gave you guys instructions. I want to just remind you, please listen and follow my requests at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
Oh, nice uppercut from Crawford, his best punch. Overextended himself, and Crawford made him pay with 30 seconds to go here in the 11th.
It was a left uppercut, clean left uppercut.
Has not faced as educated.
Trying to come with a left uppercut.
Good uppercut by Alvarez again, and then back.
And suddenly we come out fundamentally.
Coming out, all that centering on the relationship of trainer-fighter. That time he came forward and Bud nailed him. Right hook.
26-0, 14. There's a big right.
Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is official. A blockbuster legacy clash, the wait is over. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is officially happening. This historic showdown blends billion-dollar branding, global pay-per-view power, elite sponsorships, and legacy-defining stakes. It promises to be a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle, packed with viral content, premium drama, and unforgettable moments. On one side stands Canelo Alvarez, a global boxing icon and 4-division world champion with unmatched star power. On the other, Terence Crawford, the undefeated welterweight sensation, taking a massive leap by jumping 3 weight classes. But who truly faces the greater risk? Could this monumental fight even surpass the legendary 2013 Canelo vs. Mayweather bout in terms of revenue, global impact, and pay-per-view success? This isn't just another title fight. It's a legacy war. Before we break down the numbers, stakes, and impact of this epic matchup, make sure to like this video and hit subscribe. Your support fuels the channel's growth. Over 98% of viewers aren't subscribed, and every click matters. The details: date, venue, and stakes. The fight is set for September at the iconic Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, a world-class venue with over 60,000 seats. Known for hosting NFL games and top-tier entertainment, this ultra-modern arena is the perfect stage for a bout of this magnitude. Las Vegas, the luxury capital of boxing, will once again host an event poised to rival the revenue, media attention, and hype of the all-time greats Mayweather-Canelo. The benchmark: the 2013 clash between Floyd Mayweather and a young Canelo Alvarez set a historic benchmark, generating over $150 million in revenue and 2 million plus PPV buys. It defined Mayweather's dominance and was Canelo's only decisive loss, a career-defining moment that propelled him into superstardom. Now, more than a decade later, Canelo is the face of boxing, and Crawford is trying to do what Mayweather once did: beat the Mexican superstar on the sport's grandest stage. What makes this fight special? This is more than just two champions meeting in the ring. It's a clash of two undisputed kings from vastly different weight classes. The stakes couldn't be higher: legacy, prestige, generational wealth, and a shot at boxing immortality. Crawford's jump from 147 pounds to face Canelo at 168 pounds is an audacious move that has captivated fans and insiders alike. The storyline, the talent, and the risk, it's all there. Can it break records? Boxing insiders believe this fight has the potential to surpass even Mayweather's biggest paydays. Streaming platforms and PPV services are at peak popularity, and both fighters bring massive, engaged audiences. With the right marketing push, and if the action in the ring delivers, this could be the bout that redefines modern boxing economics, legacy, and the balance. Initially, Canelo was hesitant to face Crawford. From his perspective, Fighting a smaller man jumping up 3 weight classes seemed unnecessary, even unfair. He had already conquered 4 divisions and become the undisputed super middleweight champion. Crawford, meanwhile, was dominating at welterweight, but the weight gap was significant. Yet here we are, 2 of the best fighters of their era, putting everything on the line. This is boxing history in the making. From dismissal to destiny. Why Canelo Alvarez finally said yes to Terence Crawford in early interviews. Canelo Alvarez dismissed the idea of fighting Terence Crawford outright. The size difference, he argued, made it unrealistic. But as momentum grew, so did the pressure, and everything changed. The demand became undeniable. Fans clamored for it. Broadcasters saw massive potential. Promoters recognized the astronomical financial upside. And Canelo, always a savvy businessman, saw what was unfolding. He remembered what his 2013 fight with Floyd Mayweather taught him. Legacy fights don't just make history, they create generational wealth. As discussions gained traction, it became clear this wasn't just another bout. This was a chance to stage a super fight that could even eclipse the revenue and impact of Mayweather versus Canelo. With global streaming and international broadcasting at full force, analysts believe this clash could easily surpass the $150 million in revenue and 2+ million PPV buys that the 2013 megafight delivered. 2 undisputed champions from vastly different weight classes on boxing's biggest stage? A promoter's dream. Once Canelo saw the overwhelming interest from fans, media, and the boxing world, he knew this was a fight he couldn't walk away from. More than money, a legacy on the line for Canelo, this isn't just about the payday. It's about cementing his place in history. The victory over Crawford would shut down any lingering doubts about his dominance. It would prove, once and for all, that size, skill, and experience are on his side. But a loss? That changes the narrative dramatically. Critics would once again question his ability to handle slick, technical fighters, just as they did after his defeats to Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol. Years of legacy building could suddenly hang in the balance. Today, Canelo has fully embraced the challenge. He's even gone on record saying this could be bigger than his fight with Mayweather, not just financially, but in terms of impact. And he's right. Beating a fellow undisputed champion in a high-stakes, cross-division clash could add one of the most powerful chapters to his already legendary career. Crawford's leap of faith. A move few dare to make. Terence Crawford isn't just moving up. He's making one of the boldest weight jumps in modern boxing history. From 147 to 168 pounds, it's a leap that only a handful of fighters have attempted, and even fewer have succeeded at. Historically, even elite champions have faltered when giving up this much in size, reach, and strength. But Crawford believes his speed, skill, and adaptability can overcome the odds. He's not just chasing another belt. He's chasing immortality. To win over Canelo would catapult Crawford into the rarefied air of 5-division world champions, joining names like Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Thomas Hearns. But what makes this feat potentially even more impressive is the context. Unlike Mayweather, who gradually rose through weight classes, Crawford is taking a direct shot at the reigning king of 168 pounds, a fighter who has dominated that division for years. For Crawford, this is about more than money or belts. It's about legacy. Already considered one of the greatest welterweights of all time, a win here could elevate him to an all-time great across eras. As Crawford put it himself, "If I win this fight, it solidifies me as an all-time great." But is skill enough? That's the question hanging over this entire matchup. Crawford has never fought at this weight, and boxing history is filled with tales of brilliant technicians undone by sheer physical disadvantage. He's not just facing a bigger opponent, he's going up against one of the most durable, powerful body punchers in the sport. A fighter who breaks down world-class opponents over 12 rounds. Canelo's ability to cut off the ring and impose his physicality is unmatched. If Crawford can't keep him off, it could be a long, punishing night. Still, Crawford's confidence isn't bravado, it's earned. He's made a career of proving doubters wrong. He dismantled Errol Spence Jr. in what many thought would be a 50-50 battle. Now the challenge is even greater, and so are the stakes. Divided boxing world as fight night approaches. The boxing world is buzzing with predictions, debates, and uncertainty. Some believe Crawford's timing and technique will allow him to outbox Canelo. Others insist the Mexican superstar's power and size will be too much to overcome. Even Dimitri Bivol, the last man to defeat Canelo, has doubts about Crawford's chances. He knows what it takes to beat Alvarez, but warns that size, strength, and physical endurance are critical factors. "It's not just about skills," Bivol explained. "It's about how your body reacts to the weight." He advises Crawford to take time to acclimate to the new weight before entering the ring with a natural 168-pounder, especially one who has fought as high as 175 pounds. The final question: can Terence Crawford's elite skill set overcome Canelo Alvarez's physical dominance? Can Canelo silence the doubters once and for all by beating yet another generational talent? This is more than a fight. It's a pivotal moment in boxing history, and legacies will be written with every round. Can Crawford handle the heat at 168? Experts divided ahead of historic clash as fight night inches closer. The boxing world remains sharply divided over one burning question. Can Terence Crawford truly handle the physical demands of facing a battle-tested champion like Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds? Rising star Shakur Stevenson has no doubts. Known for his elite boxing IQ and defensive genius, Stevenson is firmly in Crawford's corner. Canelo's never faced someone like Bud, Stevenson said. Crawford is too sharp, too smart, too slick. He even boldly predicted that Crawford would dominate Canelo with ease, citing Alvarez's past struggles with defensive, technically gifted opponents like Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol. Stevenson's confidence isn't blind faith. Crawford has consistently showcased a rare ability to adjust mid-fight, dismantle top-tier opponents, and finish them in spectacular fashion. His performance against Errol Spence Jr. turned a supposed 50-50 bout into a one-sided masterclass. But even with that resume, the leap to 168 pounds raises serious questions. Not everyone's convinced. Size matters. Former cruiserweight world champion and respected analyst Johnny Nelson takes a much more cautious stance. While acknowledging Crawford's greatness at welterweight, Nelson believes the physicality of Canelo Alvarez will be the deciding factor. Size matters. You can't ignore it, Nelson stated. Canelo's a powerhouse at 168 pounds. He's dismantled naturally bigger fighters than Crawford. According to Nelson, Crawford's speed and skill may not be enough to offset the Mexican superstar's brutal body attacks, constant pressure, and knockout power. And he's not alone in that assessment. The split in expert opinion reflects the gravity of what's at stake. Crawford's talent is undeniable. His ring IQ, timing, and stance-switching ability are second to none. But the reality is he's moving up 21 pounds from where his career started. The Canelo factor, experience, power, and pressure. Canelo isn't just another champion. He's a battle-hardened legend who's shared the ring with a long list of elite fighters and walked through fire to get to the top. His chin has held against knockout artists. His body punching has broken opponents down across divisions. And his experience fighting as high as 175 pounds gives him a massive advantage over a first-time super middleweight like Crawford. But before he can fully turn his attention to this super fight, there's one obstacle in Canelo's way: William Skull. The hidden danger. Canelo vs. William Skull, May 3 on May 3 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Canelo defends his titles against undefeated Cuban-German contender William Skull, 20-0. While most view it as a routine title defense, the stakes are enormous. One misstep, one off night, and the super fight with Crawford could collapse. Skull, a technical boxer with strong amateur credentials, has nothing to lose and everything to gain. Fighters like him often show up in peak condition, fueled by the chance to shock the world. If he pulls off the upset, he not only derails Canelo versus Crawford, he becomes a star overnight. Even a sluggish performance from Canelo could raise red flags. Age, wear and tear, or complacency. Any visible cracks in his armor would give Crawford and his team valuable intel. Crawford's risk, reward, and reputation. While Canelo juggles present and future opponents, Crawford is playing the long game, and the stakes for him are just as dramatic. On one hand, he's in a win-win situation. If he loses, he can say he dared to be great, took an unprecedented risk, and stepped into a weight class no one expected him to conquer. His legacy as one of the greatest welterweights of all time would remain largely intact. But if he gets dominated, it's a different story. Canelo walks through Crawford's punches, bullies him around the ring, and wins convincingly. Critics may start re-evaluating Crawford's entire career. Was he truly that dominant, or did he shine because he had physical advantages in lighter divisions? Was his undefeated record padded by timing and favorable matchups? A fight that could redefine boxing. This is more than a high-profile match. It's a rare, era-defining showdown. Think Sugar Ray Leonard moving up to fight Marvin Hagler. Think Manny Pacquiao shattering limits across divisions. Now, Terence Crawford has a shot to join those legendary names. Canelo Alvarez vs. Terence Crawford is not just a blockbuster. It's a fight that could change boxing history. It's a clash of two undisputed champions, a test of power versus precision, size versus skill, and legacy versus legacy. If Canelo wins, He solidifies his reign as the king of boxing if Crawford wins? He might deliver the greatest victory in modern boxing history, so who do you have? Is this Canelo's fight to lose? Or will Terence "Bud" Crawford silence the doubters and prove that skill really does trump size? Drop your predictions in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a fight preview or expert analysis.